Okay, so first, I'm curious to, um, there's probably a bunch of you that subscribe to my channel that I don't know yet, and I would like to get to know a little bit about you. I have a couple of curious questions. So one of them is, what made you want to subscribe to my gaming channel? Like, what interests you about it? Like, name one thing in particular. And what was the other one? Okay, I guess another one would be like, what would you be interested in seeing on my channel in the near future? More Genshin content, um, I'm trying out some other games I got on my large and expanding Steam collection. These three are the newest additions, but I'll get to those in a bit. I just wanted to ask those questions first, and I'm thinking of leaving another. I'm thinking of leaving another invite in the description to my gaming server. The group's a little bit bigger. They're all people I know, so. But anyone that I don't know yet, it may take a couple of weeks until I get to know you to give you the trusted role member, because I don't want troublemakers in my server. I don't want my server to get raided and stuff like that. Trusted role member. You can invite other people to my server and some other stuff. But, I'll let you discover the rest on your own, But mainly it's allowing people to invite others to my server. Makes sense. It's reasonable, right? Okay, now let's move on to the next thing. Alright, I'm going to store, and I want to share this. This is cool. I was very late into discovering this event, and it's really interesting. If you're a fan of music overall, do you like some video games, soundtracks, you really like them? If you're interested in maybe creating music for games, or just like making music instrumentals, this is up your alley. Check this out. On YouTube, on Bedtime Digital Games YouTube channel, there's 4 days of this stream that's archived that go over these different game developers and their titles, as well as their soundtrack composers. Yeah, so it's a variety of content. There are some actual performances by people that do the music for the games, and there's some in which the composers break down and show you how they did the music and the sound effects and stuff like that. Really interesting. I just finished watching day one, all of it. I watched like the beginning of it, a little bit of the beginning of it before work, and then after work I wanted to see the rest of this. Glad I did, and I ended up wishlisting some of these games. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Yeah, let's see. Jupiter Moon's Mecha. This one, I've played this game called Robo Rally, in which you pick a little miniature robot, and there's this obstacle course. So you're there's these movement cards, and you're like the programmers. Each player's the programmer of their own little bot, but the programming's not very good. So watch what happens after everyone plays their movement cards, and some hilarity happens. Robo Rally is a very good time. I miss playing it. So I know it's on Tabletop Simulator, and I'd love to introduce people to that game. So if you have Tabletop Simulator, Robo Rally is there. If not, if you don't have Tabletop Simulator, it's just $20. Very affordable. And in the workshop, there's a whole lot of games, and of course you could make your own games. And there's something that I'm interested in with Tabletop Simulator, but I will go into that for another time. Yep, so I'll just let you ponder on that. Okay, so back into Jupiter Moons. So I was getting Robo Rally vibes because of the cards you get to play. Well, you're the pilot of your mecha, your own fighter mecha, and these cards are the different actions you can do to heal your machine, your fighting machine, and how to fight the other mechas. So yeah, that looks really cool. And there's actually a free demo. I'm gonna have to play it later. Where the Birds Go to Sleep. That looks like an interesting interactive story game. I like some choose your own adventures, some interactive story things. Those are always neat. And the art style looks like paintings, and this guy who was going over how he does his own music was interesting, and he had his guitar, and it's pretty music, and it looks really interesting. This guy is a criminal, and he's not in direct control or something like that. Hold on, let me go to this. Let me just go read the description here. Alright, so let's go right down here. It's a narrative adventure game set in fictional Near East-inspired land, brought to life in a paint art style with voice-acted dialogue and original score. Slip into the conscience of Cormo, a churlish smuggler turned explorer, only ever influencing his actions, never directly assuming control. You will mold him through every sentence you put in his mind, but you might not like what he becomes. Confront him about controversial topics, like sexuality, prejudice, and morality, and change his mind, or have him change yours. Oh boy, yeah, that should be a very interesting time. I don't know if I will do a gameplay video of that or not, but I'm definitely interested in getting that one. Looks like a very fun type of experience. Okay, and let's see here. Yeah, I want this, but I'm gonna wait for the price to drop. But this I don't think it wasn't mentioned in day one. This was not mentioned in day one. This was one of the first of 2 games. What the description is basically, if you're familiar with Pikmin, for Nintendo, those old Nintendo games, this game was inspired from Pikmin. And there's a Cthulhu twist on it. It's like you're a cultist and you're converting all these little guys into followers, and you're doing these rituals to appease the Cthulhu like god. So yeah, Cthulhu's Oh, is it Cthulhu games? I do like some of them. And Cthulhu-inspired games like Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Yeah, that old classic. Yeah, so. And I have a Cthulhu point-and-click adventure that's very fun. I know I've showed it on my channel. I forget the name of it. Eh, I'll look back into it later. Nitro Kid. This this is this has an interesting soundtrack, synthwave, I think it's called, yeah, 80s style synthwave soundtrack, and this is like a card deck beat 'em up type of game. I think it's a card deck builder, and you RPG sort of type of thing, and you're this martial artist dude that's in this picture here, and the concept is like the 80s stuff, the 80s era never really went away, and the the dystopian city is controlled by this evil corporation or something like that, and humans are being experimented on and turning into mutants, and there are machines, robots, and cyborgs to fight. So yeah, that one looks neat. I'd like to get the soundtrack to that. What I've heard, I liked. I like that. Yep, so I'm interested in those games. Those are part of my wish list. Okay. Rain World. That one looks cute and fun. I want to try this one at a later time. You have this cute little creature called a slug cat, and you're going through this wild land. You're the prey and predator, and trying to survive in this interesting wilderness filled with these creatures, these various creatures. Yeah, and I already recommended this to a friend who's a cat fan like I am, and yeah, so he might want to try this one. Tell him, in which I'm very interested in trying out very soon. It looks really, really cute, and this artsy cartoon style, and it's one of those games where interaction games, and you take a bunch of pictures, and the soundtrack is really cool too. I ended up getting the bundle. Yeah, so in another video, I'm gonna record myself trying out this game for the first time. And this one, ended up getting the bundle for this one as well. This is a bunch of these levels are user created, I've heard. What is this game about exactly? Let me look. I just ended up getting it because I liked looking at it. A musical bullet hell in which all things beautiful are deadly. Avoid the musically timed pulse blocks and bars, and in the process you might just find out what this mysterious project Arrhythmia is. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a gameplay recording of that one. Yeah. That should be a good time. I'm very interested in that one. Tell him I recently just installed, I think, yeah, I just installed it a bit earlier, and I was still in the middle of watching day 1 of the Save and Sound, and yeah, I'm gonna check out day 2 later. Yeah, check it out. Bedtime Digital Games on YouTube. Definitely watch the first day. Start from the beginning. Like all the games that I showed and mentioned, that I wishlisted and bought, that's all in day one. And there are some other ones you might be just as interested in those. Not me, actually. I'm like, well, okay. Maybe some people will like that one, will like that game or the other one. But some of these definitely jumped out of the bunch, and I'm very interested in them. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say here. So I'm gonna finish this. Stay tuned for Tell 'em! Yay! Okay, till next recording.